Alright, hey guys, last Thursday I was around at a new gaming location to play War Machine and Hordes. This is one of the tables that was set up, Signar against Crix, some other guys playing, but managed to have a game against another dude, and it was Circle against Circle. So going to the next photo, you can see our setup. It's Baldur against Morvahna. And met this guy through the little pocket of dudes that I played against last Tuesday at the garage, as it's called. You saw the Dr. Arcadius against Ikaya game there. That was that location. But looking forward to a lot more games at these new places I found out in these new sort of pockets of people. Really been dying for some more competition with War Machine and Hordes, and it looks like I found it. Anyway, my Baldur list, again, the three Wolds, the Druids, the Shifting Stones and UA, and Baldur himself. A bit of a compact list. My opponent's got, some Bloodtrackers. He's got, probably the most interesting choice to me is the Pureblood and the Gnarlhorn, which, to me, don't really seem to have a huge synergy with Morvahna. I really feel she'd be better off with two Wolds, maybe a light in there somewhere. I quite like the combination of Stalker, Gorax, and Woldwarden. Or you could maybe do something like Megalith and Woldguardian, and then spend the rest of your points on just troops and solos, which I think is quite good with Morvahna. Anyway, we're not playing a scenario, we'll just get straight into it. On the next photo here, you can see his little setup. He's got Skinwalkers in the forest with Morvahna behind them. He's only got 3 Skinwalkers. I feel that really it's great if you can get a max unit in there, but it is only 35 points after all. You can see the Pureblood standing around the middle of nowhere with no base. He's actually about to put him back on his base. He was in the middle of glowing him up, but the Pureblood is meant to be in the forest next to the Skinwalkers. You can just see a partial part of his base in the background there. Anyway, on to the next image. I've got the first turn here, so moving up with the Druids, generally the plan is going to be, popping Baldur's feet, everybody loses Pathfinder, and using the Druids to bring his beasts into my range with Force Bolt before teleporting one of the big walls up to smash it and hopefully get myself ahead in material. What's going to be really annoying is the Bloodtrackers coming back every time I kill them with Morvahna back there. But if I can kill all of his beasts, that'll mean that he will have to keep himself and won't be able to heal himself back perpetually, and that should give me an advantage later on in the game. Next image, end of my first turn, I've got Druids with clouds partially on the hill. I've got a rapid growth forest in the middle there, and just generally waiting for him to come to me. Not too sure what he'll be attempting here, but if he brings any of his beasts in range, I'm going to try and counterattack. Otherwise, it's just going to be a matter of just cracking off long-range Geomancy and Force Bolts. Next image, he does indeed move up very aggressively, doesn't really kill anything with his Bloodtrackers, and he of course knows that if I kill the Bloodtrackers, he'll be able to bring them back, which wastes a lot of my activations and gives his beast a chance to cause more damage. But I think the smarter thing for me to do at this point is not to concentrate on the Bloodtrackers at all, and just deny them the opportunity to do a lot of damage. He has prayed Baldur right from the very get-go of the game, and I think that's a mistake. It's because Baldur can cast Flesh to Clay from the Woldguardian, and make himself very resistant to Bloodtracker shooting, and the Bloodtrackers just won't be able to do as much damage. If I'd been him, I would have put prey on something like Megalith or the Woldguardian or even the Druids, just to make them make it possible for him to chip away at me each turn with regrowth and doing some range shots. As you can see, he's brought his Gnarlhorn quite close to me up on the hill, so I think I might be cracking to that first, especially since the Pureblood is warped for Spell Ward. I won't be able to Force Bolt it towards my lines. So next image, that's exactly what's happened. I've Force Bolted the Gnarlhorn, which has come closer, and the Woldguardian has teleported over. This is my first serious game with the Woldguardian actually doing much, and true to form, he smashes the Gnarlhorn, and all it takes is for me to just fire one more spell into the vicinity and kill him. So that puts me up, good 8 points in a 35-point match, and Baldur moves forward, pops his feet, generally preventing him from counterattacking me at this point, and my guys get cover anyway, so that's quite a good little bonus. So next image, he's moving around trying to pop off some shots on Megalith, and doing some damage, getting some really lucky dice rolls. And I've just got to say, for the remainder of this game, most of his shooting, it was just 5s and 6s for damage, and that really was pummeling. So a lot of the advantages that I've picked up in my turn number 2, he has sort of started to claw back turn number 2 for himself. Next image, just regrowthing a few of these Bloodtrackers in the middle here, just looking for opportunities as well, and the Javelins finding their mark very frequently. In the next image, after the regrowth has occurred, everybody is moving around to light up a firing squad on Megalith, and after the dust cleared, it actually lost 2 aspects, which I found really annoying. Obviously, he's got Bountiful Restoration, which, if I'm lucky, will bring back 2 of them and make him fine for the counter-assault. Plan here really is just to, again, ignore the Bloodtrackers, at least kill a few of them to open up charge lanes, and then go and wipe out his Pureblood and possibly his Woldguardian if I've got enough guys to get in there. But it's going to be tough. This next turn, I'm going to have to be thinking about activations fairly seriously to be able to get through there and do the damage. And if I can kill his 2 beasts and keep, say, my Woldguardian alive and the Druids alive, I reckon I can do it. He hasn't been able to get his what are they called? Skinwalkers into the game, because although he tried to charge my Woldguardian, the feet slowed him down too much to make it. Next image, here they are, and that's where they've ended up as well. They've got Inviolable Resolve or whatever it is. No, it's the +2 armor spell that gives Morvahna some healing, and that makes them armor 20 in close combat due to unyielding. So the Woldguardian's still going to step up to it, though. He's the best shot at taking these guys down from my current position. So next image, this is my turn 3, I believe, and the Woldguardian indeed hammering in and smashing one of the Skinwalkers and knocking another one down. That'll neutralize them for the time being. Druids move around and using various amounts of magic, like the Devouring, a couple of Force Bolts at close range through stealth, to clear out some of the Bloodtrackers, and this will allow me to move in with the Woldguardian and Megalith and hopefully kill that Pureblood, or the Woldwarden. Next image, here's what happens. Didn't quite manage to kill all of the Bloodtrackers, so the Woldguardian was not able to get in close combat with the Pureblood, but Megalith did, and Megalith does manage to hammer the Pureblood and kill him, which is positive. The only problem here is that Megalith and the Woldwarden have started to take damage, and I feel that in his counterattack turn, with his Woldwarden there, and his Bloodtrackers, he should be able to take out Megalith and possibly even neutralize the Woldwarden as well, which could leave me in a real struggling situation, but it's going to be close. Next image, his responding turn, what happens here is he moves up the Skinwalkers and force the Druids to take a command check. They are command 9 with the Overseer, and I fail it, which was really annoying because had I not failed it, that puts me in a great position for the next turn to really tie up the Bloodtrackers and allow my beasts to kill his beast and generally take the game in the long run. But because they failed, that's really annoying, and their clouds will go away as well. So if the Bloodtrackers go in to attack them and Morvahna pops the feet, they're going to be much easier to hit in close combat, which I just felt really frustrated by. Next image, his Woldwarden, has moved around to smash my one, and he's also fired a few shots at it with the Bloodtrackers, and puts my Woldwarden in a seriously annoying position. But in my following turn, I move around with barely any life left, and I attempt the smite. Now, it's Mat 6 against Defense 10, so I've walked around here to try and finish him off, and hopefully combo smite him out of Morvahna's control range. So, basically rolling 2 dice, 4s to hit, I think. Double 1 on the first shot, so that was extremely annoying and very unlucky. Otherwise, I would have slammed him and possibly killed the Bloodtracker next to him and basically taken that Woldguardian out of the game. But the horrible thing now is that he'll be able to counterattack me and kill my Woldwarden, leaving him with a Woldwarden. So this brings him back slightly in the lead, especially since my Druid have failed their command check. So next photo, it's my turn, and it's still my turn rather, and in the follow-up turn I go to rally the Druids, but roll a double 6. I'm like, what the fuck? 2 command checks failed in a row, taking the Druids out of the game at this point. So in desperation I move the Stonekeeper in here just to engage as many Bloodtrackers as I can, because I know that he's going to be going in for the kill on my Druids, which will be very unfortunate. So just trying to deny him a few of the Bloodtrackers. If he goes for free strikes, I might be able to get a couple of kills there. But just extremely annoying at this point. Next image, Bloodtrackers indeed rush over here. Some of them make it past the Stonekeeper, some of them don't, and pops his feet, and this basically wipes out all of the Druids except one of them. His Skinwalker's got back up, but he's still in melee with the Woldguardian. and back in the background there, he's taking care of the Woldwarden. So into the next photo, this is my next turn, really running out of options at this point. The Woldguardian has been smited out of my control range, so I can't heal it, can't activate it. Doubly annoying, really. So Baldur, feeling really desperate at this point, charges the enemy Woldwarden himself, and does manage to destroy it, and has enough fury left over to put up Flesh to Clay and a Strength of Stone or whatever it is, giving him +2 armor, and denying an extra dice of range damage rolls. So the game's kind of getting out of the way for me at this point. Had I not rolled that unlucky double 1 to kill the Woldwarden or smite it earlier on, I could have activated my Woldwarden this turn, healed it up a bit, finished off his Woldwarden, and kept Baldur a lot safer. Next image, the Woldguardian has dealt with the Skinwalkers and walks over and smashes one of the Shifting Stones, but Shifting Stones can't be pushed by his little slam attack, or push attack, or beat back I should say, so Morvahna's safe for now. She's put regrowth, not so much regrowth, no, she's got regrowth in the Bloodtrackers still, but she's got the healing spell on the Shifting Stones that gives them +2 armor and heals her every time, that's upkept, so that's allowing her to do a lot of cutting and healing. But elsewhere in the battlefield, Baldur has survived the attacks from the Bloodtrackers and has put himself in a position where he can cast the Create Forest spell on himself, which he did, and then Rapid Growth himself, not Rapid Growth, and teleported Tree Hidden Path, can't remember the names of these things. In fact, I've got the card right next to me, I'm just going to have a look at it. Forest Walk is what he did, over to a nearby forest next to Morvahna. Now, if you look at the Shifting Stone to the top right of the photo, what happens next is that in his turn, he's moved Morvahna out of the way slightly, but he's sort of throwing the game away now, because if you go to the next photo, that's where he moved her to, just behind this little obstruction. And Baldur forest walks his way over, casts Earth Spikes on the stone, destroys it, giving the Woldguardian a charge lane over, and he eventually kills Morvahna. So it was a very tight, close game that I felt I should have lost after the bad luck. I mean, 2 failed command checks and double 1s to kill, to smite the Woldguardian, but, sorry, the Woldwarden, man, I'm terrible with names in these battle reports, but luckily my opponent made a couple of mistakes. I was able to exploit here and pull out the game of the bag. Missed a few photos at the end, which would have made this a lot clearer, but really enjoyed this game and really enjoyed playing at this location with his opponent, so hopefully we'll have some more of it soon. Thanks, guys.